ಕನ್ನಡ ವಾಹಿನಿ.
Indian industry is on the threshold of entering into a new era where it will assume greater responsibility in making the nation self-reliant in defense production. The resurgence of India's manufacturing sector has been remarkable. The sector is making its presence felt abroad as many Indian firms are becoming transnational companies. The Indian manufacturing sector is internationally competitive with international quality standards, efficiency and manufacturing facilities. India is fast developing into a manufacturing hub for world corporations wanting to leverage the sector's proven skills in product design, reconfiguration and customization with creativity, assured quality and value addition. The aerospace and defense industry in India is a strategically important sector in the country. It has a strength of over 1.3 million active personnel. This makes India the world's second largest military force after the People's Republic of China. In recent years, the defense sector has grown extensively. The aerospace and defense industry in India is estimated to reach about $70 billion by 2030. At present, India's defense industry accounts for about 1.6% of GDP. In fact, India has the fifth largest defense budget in the world. About 70% of the defense requirements are met through imports. Imports account for a major portion of defense-related requirements, and this offers a huge opportunity for foreign investors. In coming years, the government targets to step up local sourcing to reduce the defense budget by a significant amount. The aerospace sector in India has had a steady growth in both defense and civil aviation sector. The aerospace has a predominant potential to bolster the defense sector and contribute nearly 50% of the value of production in this sector. With over 300 million in the middle income groups who can travel at least once a year by air, and with India's growing economy, there will be a boost to traffic both in passenger and cargo. The civil aviation industry in India also offers large growth opportunity. In the last 5 years, we have seen a rapid growth of airline and passenger traffic in India at over 15% a year. Additionally, the number of passengers traveling from India to international destinations is also estimated to be around 100 million in a year. This further signifies high demand for airline services in the coming years. In fact, the civil aviation sector in India is growing rapidly. It has recorded annual growth of over 41% in passenger traffic. The Indian civil aviation market is one of the fastest growing market in the world. Airline travelers are increasing every year. In the coming years, the government targets to set up local sourcing to reduce the defense budget by a significant number. The Indian government is currently pursuing the goal of having a turnover of $25.5 billion in military goods and services by 2025. India has the largest defense industrial complexes in the developing world. Yet, the country continues to be overwhelmingly dependent on import of equipment. This low level of indigenization means India spends billions of dollars each year as one of the world's biggest arms importers. Defense and aerospace remains a critical structure for India and for the success of key government schemes like Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Government initiatives have been focused on adoption of modern technology in the defense sector while developing indigenous manufacturing capability. At the same time, a flourishing Indian defense structure requires increased foreign technology transfer and foreign investment in India, which will ultimately lead to co-development and co-creation of capabilities which can meet not just the needs of India but also help manufacture equipment to be exported to third world countries. The COVID-19 pandemic has sent the global economy into one of its worst recessions ever. The aerospace and defense industry has clearly seen the consequences of COVID-19. Historically, the Indian aviation sector has contributed around $72 billion to the national GDP. COVID-19 has presented aerospace and defense industry with unpredictable challenges from travel restrictions to new working environments. To recover from the impact of the global pandemic, aerospace players will need to proactively look into rebalancing operations, models, and prioritizing what is needed now and learn how to position for what comes next. The industry will now need to focus more towards digital transformation and leverage smart technologies with the adoption of intelligent solutions. The rationale being that they need to gain insight into the complex and ever-evolving situations at the local and global level. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues around the world, many global aerospace and defense industry companies are feeling the impact during this uncertain time. In commercial aviation, companies are experiencing disruption in production and slowing demand as workers go home, passengers stop traveling, and customers defer delivery of new aircraft. Demand for spare parts is also down since less maintenance is required currently. On the defense side, contractors are better positioned since they will not feel the impact of COVID-19 in the short term to mid-term, while production may go slow for the same reasons as in aircraft manufacturing. Demand over the next 2 years is unlikely to be affected since budget for these projects had been allocated prior to the pandemic and the projects are critical to national defense. The rapid spread of COVID, which was first detected in China, forced many countries into months of lockdown in 2020 that markedly reduced economic activity. As a result, gross domestic product, the broadest measure of activity, plunged to record lows across many economies. Recent progress on coronavirus vaccine has brightened the economic outlook, paving the way for return of activity to pre-pandemic levels. Aero India 2021 is being billed as the largest international air show in Asia. While the Indian Air Force initiated the Aero India Air Show in 1996 in true air enthusiast fashion, subsequent ones became commercially focused. The Ministry of Defence rightly took full charge while the IAF continues to manage the show in air, which is the essence of the spectacle at Yelahanka Air Base. Aero India 2021 is the 13th edition of Aero India, being organized at Bengaluru, Karnataka from 3rd to 5th February 2021. Aero India 2021 provides opportunities to demonstrate products to potential customers and investors. In Aero India 2021, exhibitors are likely to showcase their products using latest technologies to the potential customers. This is an important international event likely to be attended by thousands of business visitors and general visitors. Aero India 2021, the biennial air show and defence exhibition organized by the Ministry of Defence, is scheduled to be held during 3rd to 5th February 2021 at Air Force Station Yelahanka, Bengaluru. Aero India is the largest air show in Asia and attracts a large number of exhibitors from the world's leading industries in the field of military and civil aviation, aerospace, airpost infrastructure and defence engineering. The show includes both air displays and static exhibition of a large array of military platforms from the aerospace sector. In the run-up to the Aero India, a series of webinars were conducted beginning from 17th December 2020. The webinars were conducted by leading luminaries and themed on contemporary defence and aerospace topics. The webinars were streamed worldwide. This year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the air show Aero India 2021 would be a hybrid show, which means delegates would be present either physically or virtually. It would be a hybrid show wherein the business element of the event will be both physical and virtual. Honorable Defence Minister Shri Rajnath Singh said that the hybrid model of Aero India 2021 should be the template for the world to emulate to conduct business in the new normal till the concerns of the pandemic are addressed. Aero India 2021 will be held simultaneously as a physical exhibition and virtual exhibition, with stalls being provided in both the physical and virtual manner. This will result in a large virtual engagement, and the exhibitors will experience a greater outreach catering to those who couldn't join the event physically. The minister noted that the attendees joining the event virtually could participate in seminars, interact with the exhibitors and representatives, hold B2B meetings, and could also view the product details and supporting video. The 13th edition of Aero India, the Defence Ministry's biannual air show, will see heightened government pitch for indigenous aircraft designs. Among the highlights of the show, B-1B Lancer Heavy Bomber of the 28th Bomb Wing based out of Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota will perform a flyby, the US Consulate in Chennai said in a statement. The United States B-1B Lancer Heavy Bomber will perform a flyby during Aero India show at Yelahanka Air Force Station in Bengaluru. The logo for Aero India is inspired by the Tejas light combat aircraft. Tejas MCA, together with its variants, is the smallest and lightest multi-role supersonic fighter aircraft of its class. This single-engine, compound delta-wing, tailless aircraft designed and developed to meet the diverse needs of the Indian Air Force and Indian Navy. The Tejas LCA program has achieved the rare distinction of completing over 4,000 successful test flights. The tricolored silhouette of the Tejas LCA with the Ashok Chakra in the center is the core motif of this logo, reminiscent of the spirit of New India. The defined outlines of the A in Aero is symbolic of a fighter jet, while conveying that Aero India is a premier global aerospace exhibition. Now that entire Bengaluru is looking forward to the Aero India 2021 organized by the Ministry of Defence, we must appreciate the fact that in this global pandemic, all officials, media, government, foreign dignitaries and investors, foreign manufacturers and investors are working day and night to make this event a grand success.
Bangalore skies are set to dazzle again. The 21st Aero India, which is all set to begin from February 3rd. And this Aero India is world's first hybrid air show, which is going to set different records of sort in the history of the Aero show. So all the metal birds have started arriving in the Yelahanka airbase at Bangalore, which is an exciting picture that they pose when they take to the skies, and they perform the aerobatics with the display teams as well as the fighter aircraft. So this Aero India is going to be bigger and huge, despite the fact that this is going to be the first hybrid aero show, and this aero show will have limited participation with regard to the audience who will be coming to watch the displays. Now here we can see this is the grand set that is being set here, that is being set up here, wherein the inaugural event will take place, which will also be a hybrid inaugural event, and the chairs are being set for the people to participate in the inaugural event. And this inaugural area will have all the VIPs, the air chiefs coming from different countries, and this aero show will also have the first air chief conclave, which will be one of the biggest attraction at this Aero India. So here in front you can see that is the inaugural stage that is getting ready for the Aero India. So the 3-day event is very interesting and important with regard to the fact that this is happening in the times of Corona pandemic. And with the Corona pandemic, there are protocols, there are health protocols that are important, that will be followed during this Aero India. All those who enter this Yelahanka airbase will have to undergo a compulsory RT-PCR test, and they have to bring a negative certificate if they have to enter the airbase. So all precautions have been taken to see to that this place does not give any place to the Corona pandemic to spread its wing in this airbase. So this Aero India will be bigger with the participation of several aircrafts from foreign countries, and the aircraft which have been acquired by the Indian Air Force, and these new aircrafts, and also the indigenous aircrafts that are with the Indian Air Force and Indian Armed Forces.
with the support of all the people who are involved directly and indirectly for organizing this flagship event Aero India 2021 in Namma Bengaluru. With all these, the event is going to be a super success with all your support and best wishes. Bengaluru is looking forward for the flagship event Aero India 2021 organized by Defence Ministry. Enjoy this great show that is organized by the Ministry of Defence under the able guidance of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and with the support of Government of Karnataka and others. 24/7 preparations are in full swing. Many aircrafts have landed. COVID-19 compliance is being followed. Safety and security precautions are taken. Witness and enjoy this flagship event Aero India 2021 in Namma Bengaluru, the biggest air show in Asia. The rehearsal for the Aero India 2021 was in full swing today for the country's premier aerospace and defense exhibition. Several aircrafts of the Indian Air Force, Army, Navy, HAL, Coast Guard and several foreign players displayed their best, and the metallic birds appeared to sway and dance to the tune of the Air Force band played in the background. The Aero India 2021 venue was teeming with activity to get ready to host the events from tomorrow. A full dress rehearsal was held today. The highlights of the rehearsal was the flying display. Please join us and please be with us on all the 3 days to enjoy the great Aero India 2021 brought to you by Doordarshan Bengaluru, Chandana.
helicopters are saluting the nation. Leading the Suryakiran team is Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Medal, and Sarang team is being led by Wing Commander Girish Komal. Formation. This eye in the sky represents the indigenously developed helicopters and of course our motherland. Ladies and gentlemen, moving to your left, Sarangs in India formation.
Till then, once again, from your left, the Suryakiran team approaching towards you in the shape of MiG-21 aircraft. On the leader's command, you can see the left and the right members flying abreast. Ladies and gentlemen, the Delta formation from your left.
You just have to keep shuttling your eyes from right to left. This time, once again, to your left, you can see Sarangs moving in. There will be a change in the formation and it will be very, very special and spectacular indeed. This will be special for the ladies present here this morning. On the leader's command, there will be a change in the formation. That was the leader and here is the reaction, ladies and gentlemen, from your left. Sarangs coming in for diamond formation. This diamond is dedicated to Aero India 2021 and of course to all the beautiful ladies present here this morning.
And following close, once again, from your left 10 o'clock, the Suryakiran team, this time in the shape of indigenously built light combat aircraft Tejas. The Tejas formation.
While your eyes fall at the Tejas formation, Sarang 4 has made a surprising stall turn and moving out for a short break. I believe following the social distancing norm, propagating it, here is Sarang 4 making a short exit. You can wave at him as he makes his exit and wish him a very, very good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, straight ahead, Sarang 4.
Till then, 12 o'clock to you, you can see once again the members are rearranging themselves and right now the Suryakiran team resembles the shape of the multi-role fighter aircraft Sukhoi. So ladies and gentlemen, this time from your 10 o'clock, the Sukhoi formation.
Straight ahead, as you can see, now Sarang 1, 2 and 3 have positioned for the signature maneuver. We call it the Dolphins Leap. All the 3 aircraft now pulling up and will take a stutter to the left like a dolphin in the ocean. Sarangs and Dolphins Leap.
I'm sure this symphony of helicopters and hawks are all keeping you thrilled with their one after the other swift maneuvers. It is time now to look a bit high in the sky and you will see Suryakirans perform exclusively for Sarangs. Yes, the next depiction of Suryakirans is of a rotor. And there you can see the big rotor signifying the motto of the Sarangs. But for the rotors, we have been closer. Ladies and gentlemen, the rotor formation coming in from your left.
LH fleet in IAF has steadily grown from the conventional LH Mark 1 to Mark 4. The LH Mark 4 is the weapon system integrated version with its air-to-air and air-to-ground weaponry along with the modern avionics is one amongst the lethal arm platforms with the IAF today. The flexibility of this aircraft has been timid, rolling in leader's call. Crossover break, go with that command. Here you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the crossover break. For these magnificent aerobatic displays, both the teams comprise of a set of 20+ talented officers who are ably supported by the technical complement of 100 to 150 air warriors each and every time. And as I speak, the Suryakiran team is positioning 12 o'clock for the bomb bust loop.
There you can see the smoke trails straight ahead 12 o'clock, tied by an invisible string. The Suryakiran team members will split on the leader's command and spread across the sky like the rays of the sun.
And on that note, sirens letting the heat go up, coming in from left and right, this time for the level cross. A perfect cross indeed.
And then you can see that the Suryakirans have pulled up for a bomb burst loop. And let's listen out for the leader's call.
साइड पिच में थोड़ा सा साइड पिच सेम लेवल एकोस्टिक का सेम लेवल में रखो सर जो लेफ्ट का जो साइड फिट है ना उसमें कम आ रहा है राइट वाला में ज़्यादा आ रहा है ऑटो पे कम लेफ्ट से कम आ रहा है लेफ्ट साइड कम आ रहा है राइट साइड ज़्यादा आ रहा है this one left one right का तो ठीक है right is okay left one is
ಮೂರು ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣ ಡಬಲ್.
ವಾಹ್, ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೈ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ.
ಎಂತ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಅದು? ನಿನ್ನೆ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾಳೆ ತನಕ ಇರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ.
ನೀನ್ ಯಾವತ್ತಾದ್ರೂ
एक